everyone. Thank you, Mona, first of all, for having me here, and thank you to everyone who's come here. This is the first time I'm speaking, so please bear with me. I've got my notes, so I'm not speaking like from my heart, but when I wrote it from my heart. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and I would love you to just answer them. It's just going to be simple yes and no questions. So I would love you to just answer the questions, please. So first of all, raise your hands if you would like to pay lower or no taxes. Yes. Who here actually believes that it's possible to have a system where the average working person pays very low to no taxes? Who believes that's possible? Fantastic. All right. Well, okay, there's a few of you that raised your hand, most of you didn't. I'm here to tell you that it is possible, that there's a really simple way where we can transform our governance and our taxation system so that the vast majority of us pay hardly any to no taxes. And yet still we still collect enough to pay for all our national and local services like health, like housing, like education. So raise your hand if you would like to learn how you can help make that happen. Raise your hand. Brilliant. Okay. Are you ready for a solution? Yay! Are you ready to be a solutionary? Recently, I found out that income tax was only a wartime measure. Okay, so it's not illegal, it's unlawful for the government to be allowed to tax our personal incomes when we are not under attack. So have we been invaded? No. No? Are we being bombed?
Only by the
government. We are being attacked by the government, but it's about being taxed when we're being attacked by an outside force, and we're not. So we are being taxed unlawfully at the moment, and we can actually solve the tax and many other problems through a peaceful and lawful process that's already been done in British history successfully 45 times. So it's not the first time that we're calling for this. It's happened, and then we abolish our taxes and everyone's happy, and then slowly, as they do, as the Rothschilds have done for the last couple of centuries, this has been happening in the past through the nobility, they start taxing us again. So if it's been done before by others, it can be done by us now.
Yay! Let's do it!
If they can, we can. This system that I'm going to tell you about is called Teal, which is spelled T-E-A-L, and it stands for Total Economic Activity Levy. So I'm just going to tell you how it works. At the moment, the taxes that we pay lots of taxes. I'm just going to run through some of them. We pay income tax, we pay council tax, we pay VAT, we pay fuel tax, road tax, duty tax, parking fees, inheritance tax, residential property sales tax, and TV license, and many, many others. All of these are unlawful. I'm going to give you just some of the figures for last year. So in 2013, give me some figures. Just raise your hands and shout out, how much do you think that the government collected last year from our income, from our taxes, all the various taxes?
3 million, billion, trillion, million.
Okay. It was definitely too much. It was just under £500 billion. Our money. money. Now, Teal works as, this is how much Teal charges. It charges 1%. It charges 1% on the use of currency when you spend that money as it flows through the banking system only. So there's no income, no council, no VAT, no fuel, no road, no duty, no parking, none of that. It's a tax that's paid essentially by corporations and companies.
Yes, like it.
Okay. How much do you think, if we charged 1%, the way the current figures are working out with the corporations and the large companies, how much do you think we would have collected last year? How much? 700 million. So you think it's 700 billion. So last year we collected 500 billion, and this would be 700 billion. Yes, okay. So last year, our taxes, we collected 500 billion. Through the Teal system, we would have collected over 1.5 trillion pounds. Okay, these are figures that have been worked out, and you can go online and you can see them for yourselves. It's worked out because at the moment corporations either don't pay tax or there's loopholes, and they just pay very little tax. And this way, the corporations have no way of getting out. There's no loopholes because it's paid automatically through the banking system as they buy, as the money flows. It's automatic and it's transparent. So Teal is a fair system. It's equitable. It's transparent. It's honest and it's simple. It solves a great many problems. Mainly, it reduces the tax burden on the individual, on the average person. It lowers prices, especially on local goods. It increases disposable income, and it reduces unemployment, and obviously it reduces poverty. And you will never, ever have a tax bill ever again. Teal is simplicity itself. It's very low rate of tax because it shifts the burden from us to the large corporations, to the companies. Now, how does it work? How are we going to accomplish this? It's via the local parish or ward system. So at the moment, we have constituencies, but there's a more local and more grassroots level, which are our parishes, and they exist, but we just don't use them. And all we need to do is we need to do a referendum at the parish level to ask for a regional and national constitutional convention. So how many people do you think it would require at a parish level to ask for a referendum for this constitutional convention? 31, no, it's 10. You only need 10 people in each parish to ask for a local and national referendum for this convention. Let me tell you a little bit about this constitutional convention and what it is. The Constitutional Convention is the highest lawful legal authority in the realm. It requires from the monarch, it requires from Parliament, it requires from the judges. This is to listen to us. They can't ignore us. So once we ask for this, it requires lawfully for them to listen to us. And most importantly, and above all, it requires the corporation-controlled government to listen to us. So at the moment, our governments are controlled by the corporations, and then we're controlled by the government. This way, we will be controlling the corporations.
Yay!
We'll be controlling Rothschilds. So I've just we're just about to launch this whole big campaign. It's called The Reset. So we're going to reset the Constitution. We're going to reset our banking system. We're going to reset our governance. It's going to be national. We're going to launch here. We're going to be an inspiration to the rest of the world. At the moment, we're working with people in the Gambia. We're working with lots of people, and they've come to us. And it's just going to be it's going to take off here in wildfire, and it's going to go across the world. So we can reset our constitution and our tax system. But we can reset so much more, because when we do this, we can get rid of the chemtrails. We can get rid of the smart meters, of Monsanto. We can improve our schools. We can improve our education system, our housing, our health system. So we can reset all of this. We can reset our country. We can reset humanity. If you want to.
We want to.
The question is, do you want to? Great, okay. So, all you have to do is go on www.thereset.org and register your name and your email, and automatically it will tell you what parish you're in. And then we will let you know when there's 10 of you in that parish, and then you can call for a local and national referendum, and then we're going to reset our country. Thank you.